Hello, Mixed Nutcases and Dog Days of Podcasting listeners. This is Nuke Joss, and this is Dinner and a Movie. And if I haven't said it recently, this is part of the Dog Days of Podcasting. There's an entirely Mondo feed that you can be listening to where you can hear what everybody else is doing. And there's a lot of really great stuff out there. But today I'm going to be talking about Resident Alien. Now, I've been watching this and I was hoping I'd be finished with it before I did my Dinner and a Movie. I'm not. But since I'm going on my trip, I know, and this is releasing the day I've left for my trip, so I kind of recorded this one early. Anyway, I know I'm not going to be able to finish it. So here's what we're going to talk about just a little bit here. Because I watch it on Crave, and I don't believe Crave is available in the US, so I'm not going to be able to watch it while I'm away, and I'll probably be too busy anyway. And anyway, so Resident Alien is a show that I was excited about when it first came out, but I never had it on any of the streaming services that I was looking at. And I kept looking for it and looking for it and looking for it. And it was very, very frustrating. And then for a while, I could only get the season 3 and season 4. I was like, no, I want to start from the beginning. Finally, it dropped on Crave. It is available for all. And I think that's because there are now 4 seasons, and I believe the series finale has dropped. So I am in season 3, so I'm more than halfway through. I'm really enjoying this. So the Resident Alien, if you haven't seen it, the premise is, it's a goofy show. The premise is an alien is crash landed here on Earth and is pretending to be a human and is played by Alan Tudyk. So you have the idea of how hilarious this can be, and he's awkward and weird. Now, this is I didn't realize it's based on a comic book that was started by the CEO of Dark Horse Comics, based on an experience he had growing up seeing a UFO. Like, that's what sparked the idea for him, which I just think is wild. And at one point, you actually see him in the show as himself, recording his thoughts in a documentary. So that once I got to that part, I was like, whoa, wait a second. I really enjoy it. So it's a small town in Colorado, right near a reservation. So there's a lot of Native American influences. A lot of the cast are Native American. So that's really an interesting part of it. The species of alien that Alan Tudyk's character is one that is closely related to octopus, because way back when his people came to Earth and some of them evolved into octopuses. Octopi? Anyway, but that there's different kinds of aliens. There's bird aliens, and there's the greys, and there's lizards, and all of these other things. And so it takes a lot of that alien lore that you already know and works with it. So there's a lot of fun. Like, at one point, you've got George Takei voicing a gray alien. You've got the aliens guy from, is it Aliens Among Us? Whatever that History Channel show is that I've never watched, but we all know the meme. He's been in it like 3 times. You've got Linda Hamilton playing guest roles, and Terry O'Quinn, and people from other sci-fi and alien and other related kinds of things coming in. Nathan Fillion is in it for a while, and I know that Jewel Staite shows up. I haven't seen her yet, but so many of the guest stars are somebody, which is just wild. And then there's this really interesting story, and basically, you know, he's an alien. He doesn't care about humans, but he gets pulled into something. It's the first episode. Okay, so he gets pulled into he's taken over the life of a doctor, and he gets pulled into doing an autopsy for the town doctor who ended up being murdered, and so then also becoming the town doctor. So now he has to interact with humans, develops friendships, suddenly starts to like humans, all of the other things. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but what I love about it is there is this childlike innocence at the same time as being this condescending alien who thinks humans are pathetic, and then how that evolves. And it's Alan Tudyk doing his best Alan Tudyk stuff. I mean, he's one of the executive producers, but so much of this has to do with, well, what do you think will happen here? And he gets to have fun with it. And everybody loves, okay, Alan, here's some curtains. Get ready to chow down. It's just him having fun. And I love watching that. So I really enjoy the different characters that are there. If you watched Reservation Dogs, the guy that played Brownie is in this as well as a regular character. There's other characters from Reservation Dogs, and the other one that I talked about earlier, I think it was Don't Even. There's an actress that was in both of those that are in this. So there's a lot of actors that you are used to seeing. A lot of Canadian actors are showing up. Being Erica showed up. That's another one that I did it for Dinner and a Movie. I also love how food motivated this alien is. It's one of those tropes that I love, how anything that's not quite human, one of the things is when they interact with our foods, right? Like we saw it when Q became human and suddenly all he wanted to do was eat chocolate fudge sundaes in 10 Forward. That food becomes one of the most interesting experiences and one of the first experiences that people maybe overindulge or just obsess about when they are experiencing humanity. And it is the same with Resident Alien. He is, and that's where we're going to get our pairing. We're going to have pizza because he loves pizza, even though they went to New York and they didn't even eat pizza in that episode. I'm so upset. They pizza and pie. He does not like cake. I think he's missing something there, but he likes pie and will eat many, many pies. So pizza and pie. Absolutely perfect pairing. This is such a fun and silly show. It is something that I feel when things are really serious and we keep reading about these horrible things that are happening in the world, and I'm not going to talk about that here because you're reading about it everywhere else. You're going to your reputable sites. You are getting the information. You're doing the vetting. You're weeding through the bias and figuring out all these horrible, horrible things that are happening in the world. And when there is so much of that and it is weighing down and it is affecting our families and it is affecting people we don't know, but we still have empathy and we care about people we don't know, it can sometimes feel really difficult to get through the day. So having a show like Resident Alien is just so fun. And it has the added benefit of the whole point of his species is to save the planet from the humans. He ends up caring for the humans, but it does point out that the humans have destroyed this planet, and that we have so many other species on this planet that deserve being cared for. But in truth, we're not really here for the message. We're here for the silliness. We're here for the fun. We're here for the crazy antics. And I love how when you see the aliens, they are so comical. It's not like Alien the movie, right? It's not like realistic and it's rubber suit, it's oddball weirdness. He's got extra arms coming out of his chest, and that one, it just looks silly. Doctor Who-ish, actually. And I think it works. It would be weird if they were not silly looking. The opening credits are different every time. I didn't realize when I started watching, I thought it was the same credits. No. It's instruction manuals, like pictorial instruction manuals of how to interact in human society. It'll show you what to do with a green check mark and then what not to do. What to do when you're dating, give your sweetie roses or chocolates. What not to do? Give her a human heart. No, she's not going to like that. Little crazy things like that. So if you do start watching it, pay attention to the credits because they are different every time. I highly recommend this. It is a lot of fun and I am going to continue watching it. So I highly recommend Resident Alien. Check it out. It might be tricky for you to find it, Probably easier in the States. I don't know where it is on the States, but in Canada, you can get it all 4 seasons on Crave now, finally. So if you use Crave, that's a great option. Talk to you later. Bye. Nutty Bites is produced by Nimlas Studios under a Creative Commons Attribution No Commercial Non-Derivatives 3.0 International License. That means you can't change it without my permission. You can share it and send it to your friends. Just link back to me, my site, and everything. We live at nimlas.org, which has links to everything social media, including facebook.com/group/nuttybites and patreon.com/nukejoss, or call 347-NUTTY42.